Hey there, clever mastermind, says your homeboy, Clever Boy 86. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 7, which is titled When the Dead Come Knocking. This episode was a really solid episode. We saw Michonne arrive at the prison. Well, she arrived at the prison at the end of Episode 6, but Rick lets her into the prison, and she actually passes out from exhaustion because she walked all the way from Woodbury to the prison, and also she got shot by Merle in the last episode, and she was carrying the baby formula that was left behind after Glenn and Maggie were taken by Merle. So she passes out from exhaustion, and they basically let her into the prison, but they keep her in one of the cells because obviously, they don't know her, so they can't trust her. But yeah, anyways, it was around this time that Michonne was starting to grow on me as a character, because at first I wasn't really a big fan of her character. She just felt kind of erratic and out of place, but it was around this time where I really started to like her character, and now Michonne's one of my favorite characters. But yeah, anyways, so they keep her in one of the cells, and there's some pretty cool interaction between Rick and Michonne, and it's sort of the beginning of Rishonne. So yeah, anyways, Michonne tells Rick that Merle has taken Glenn and Maggie, and she tells him where Woodbury is located. And yeah, so anyways, meanwhile at Woodbury, Merle is interrogating Glenn, and Merle beats the crap out of Glenn in this episode, and is trying to find out where the prison is and also where Daryl is, and is just beating the crap out of Glenn. And also, the governor rapes Maggie in this episode, and yeah, so that was pretty hard to watch. But anyways, then we see Rick, Daryl, Michonne, and Oscar go to Woodbury to rescue Glenn and Maggie, and it leads into the mid-season finale, which is where the fight between the prison and Woodbury begins. So this episode really sets up the mid-season finale. But yeah, anyways, I really enjoyed this episode. There was some great interaction between Rick and Michonne, and yeah, so this was just a really solid episode. Oh, one part I forgot to mention, Merle basically leaves a walker in the same room as Glenn, who's tied to a chair, and it was a really intense scene because we didn't know how Glenn was going to get out of it, but he does because Glenn's a badass, and yeah, so that was a really intense scene, and yeah, so anyways, that's about it for this episode. Really solid episode, and yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna give this episode 8 out of 10, and yeah, anyways, that's it for this review. Stay tuned for my review of The Walking Dead Season 3 mid-season finale titled Made to Suffer. I'm going to be doing that later today, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all for the next one. Alright, bye guys.